In the sunny meadow of Willow Creek lived a turtle named Chunky. Chunky wasn't just any turtle. He had a shell that shimmered like 1,000 tiny emeralds and a mind as sharp as a tack. His best friend, and sometimes rival, was Bonnie. A bunny with fur as white as a dandelion puff and feet that moved faster than a summer breeze. One bright morning, Bonnie, feeling particularly zippy, hopped over to Chunky's favorite sunbathing rock. "Chunky, my slowpoke pal," she chirped. "I bet I can race to the top of Blueberry Hill and back before you even get past the whispering willow tree." Chunky slowly blinked his wise old eyes. He knew he couldn't beat Bonnie with speed. But speed wasn't everything. "A race, you say?" Chunky replied, a slow smile spreading across his face. "All right, Bonnie, you're on. But let's make it interesting. The winner gets a whole week's worth of Farmer McGregor's crunchiest carrots." Bonnie's ears perked up. Carrots? Her absolute favorite. "Deal," she squeaked, already bouncing with excitement. "Let's start right here, right now." The other meadow animals gathered to watch. Squeaky, the squirrel, was the official starter. "On your marks, ... get set, ... go," he chattered, waving a large oak leaf. And they were off? Well, Bonnie was off. She was a blur of white fluff, kicking up dust as she zoomed down the path. Chunky, on the other hand, took one step, then another. He watched Bonnie disappear in the distance and chuckled to himself. "Slow and steady wins the race," he murmured. "But clever and steady wins it faster." Chunky didn't head straight for the path. Instead, he waddled over to the edge of Crystal Stream, which flowed all the way down from Blueberry Hill. This was his first plan. He'd seen how fallen leaves floated swiftly on the current. He found a large, sturdy piece of bark, pushed it into the water, and hopped on. "Who needs fast feet when you have a fast boat?" he said with a wink to a passing fish. The stream carried Chunky along at a surprisingly brisk pace. He floated past fields of daisies and under a bridge made of an old log, enjoying the gentle ride. Meanwhile, far ahead, Bonnie was so confident that she decided to take a little break. She saw a patch of sweet clover and couldn't resist. "Just a quick nibble," she told herself. Chunky. One nibble turned into two, and soon Bonnie was having a lovely snack. She even chatted with a few ladybugs passing by. By the time Bonnie decided to get back to the race, Chunky, on his bark raft, had already floated past her. He quietly steered his raft to the bank just before the final bend towards Blueberry Hill and hopped off, unseen by the distracted bunny. He then slowly but surely began the final climb up the hill. When Bonnie finally reached the top of Blueberry Hill, panting and proud, she was shocked. There was Chunky, sitting calmly by the big blueberry bush at the peak, munching on a juicy berry. "Chunky! How did you—" she stammered, completely baffled. Chunky just smiled. "I have my ways, Bonnie. Ready for the race back down?" Bonnie, now a little worried, nodded. "You won't beat me going downhill," she declared. The race back to the starting line began. Bonnie, determined not to lose again, shot down the hill like a furry cannonball. She was so focused on speed that she didn't look where she was going. This was exactly what Chunky had counted on. Before the race, he had noticed a long, winding vine hanging from a tall oak tree. It stretched almost all the way down the steepest part of the hill. As Bonnie zipped down the main path, Chunky calmly walked over to the vine. He grabbed onto the end with his mouth and, tucking in his head and limbs, he used his smooth, hard shell to slide down the grassy slope like a super-fast sled, using the vine to steer. Whee! It was faster and way more fun than walking. He slid right past the path where Bonnie was running. Hidden by the tall grass, he landed gently in a patch of soft moss at the bottom of the hill, just a short waddle from the finish line. Meanwhile, Bonnie was still running at top speed. She was sure she was in the lead. She could see the whispering willow. The finish line, she put on a final burst of speed, her little heart pounding with effort. She skidded across the finish line, chest puffed out, ready for her victory cheer. But the cheer never came. Instead, she heard a familiar, slow voice. "Took you long enough, Bonnie." Bonnie spun around. There was Chunky, leaning against the whispering willow, looking as relaxed as ever, holding a giant, crunchy carrot. All the animals of Willow Creek were cheering for the turtle. Bonnie's jaw dropped. But, how? I was so fast. I didn't even see you. Chunky took a loud crunch of the carrot. Bonnie, he said kindly, you have the fastest feet in the meadow, that's for sure. But a race isn't always about who runs the fastest. It's about who uses their head the best. He explained his river ride and his super shell slide. Bonnie listened, her ears drooping at first, but then she started to giggle. A turtle on a raft? A turtle on a vine sled? It was actually pretty brilliant. You outsmarted me, Chunky, she admitted, hopping over to give him a friendly nudge. You really are the cleverest turtle in the whole wide world. And you, said Chunky, breaking off a piece of his prize carrot and offering it to her, are the fastest friend a turtle could ask for. How about a game of checkers tomorrow? My treat. Bonnie took the carrot with a grateful smile. You're on, she said. But be warned, I'm very clever at checkers. And from that day on, Bonnie the bunny learned that while being fast was fun, being clever was a special kind of magic all its own. The two friends continued their adventures, proving that whether you're fast or slow, what truly matters is the fun you have and the friends you share it with. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.